Pamir review.
In this video, I'll briefly explain how this game works. Then I'm gonna tell you 3 things that I really love about the game. Then 3 things why this game might not be for you. And sadly, Yanis T wasn't able to join us for this review, but his little avatar is here. Hey, little avatar, if you disagree with anything I say here, just say something, okay? Okay. Pax Pamir is a medium-weight game for 1 to 5 players that takes 1 to 2 hours to play. Welcome to the 19th century Afghanistan, where British, Afghan people, and Russians are vying for control. You are an Afghan leader trying to create a new state after the collapse of the previous empire. You'll be making alliances with British, creating your court with different people, and just trying to survive. In game terms, you'll be collecting victory points, but it's not as straightforward as you might think, because if at any point during the game somebody has 4 more victory points than the nearest follower, he wins instantly. I don't know why I hid him away, he should have stayed because he wins. These guys are gone. Game is pretty straightforward. On your turn you can either purchase a card or play a card. Easy. Except it's not, because each time you will play a card, new actions become available to you. Plus, your court, that's where you play your cards, is limited. So which ones to keep and which ones to defriend. Defriend? Unfriend? Unfollow? Goodbye, we're not friends anymore. With those extra actions, you can tax other players, move your spies in the court, kill other players' court members, move armies, and destroy other armies. So how are victory points scored in this game? It's when this card happens. How does it happen? Well, let me tell you how it happens. I mean, it just happens. Sometimes it just happens, but sometimes you make it happen. Let me show you. Before I explain the scoring, let me tell you how you get the cards. To get any card here, you have to pay the price. For example, this card costs 1. I would leave that money here for somebody else to get, and now I get this card. And now all of this will move forward. A new card appears here. But like this. Remember I said that you can make it happen? So how that works is, this is a card you can purchase. Just spend the money and purchase it. And then the scoring will happen. And remember I said sometimes it just happens? These special cards, if they're on 0 space, they get discarded. And then it just happens. Alright, so it doesn't matter how it happened, but it happened. We're gonna do a dominance check, aka scoring. And there's 2 ways that can happen. These are the armies in the game, and the more you put on the board, the better. Because if you're loyal to that faction, when the scoring happens, you might get the most points. But what if one army isn't dominating? Then you'll score how much influence you've placed on the board. Or on the cards. Well, anywhere, actually. So it's a lot of things to take in. The basic rules are simple, but which cards, when to buy, which cards to use, who to be allied to, 2 ways of scoring, so many different things. I'll explain a bit more how it works as we go, because on we go to the 3 best things I like about this game. Right, Yanis? He agrees. My 3rd best thing is going to be variety. Even when playing with 5 players, this is the deck you'll use. But look at all of these cards still left over. And those are shuffled in random. So the variety on the cards you're gonna see is huge! Huge! Right, Yanis? Again, he agrees. Then remember we talked about the market? Each time a card is bought, these slide over and a new card comes up. And that is going to happen in a very varied way. Very varied way. I said it smoothly. Yes, this is a political game where you'll be making allegiances, breaking them, backstabbing other players, but don't worry. Even if you don't have those backstabbing friends, you can play this alone versus this AI opponent. It's pretty good. And my 2nd best thing just came in the mail, and that is great game. No, I am not foreshadowing the ranking of this game. This is the historic name of the whole event. Great game. This period in Afghanistan where the British, the Russian and the Afghan people themselves were vying for control is called the Great Game. This game is full of historic flavor. The names of the people, the things they did, different kind of events. Just look at that flavor text. That historic research that has gone into this game is huge. Even great. like the game. Not the review, just the period's name. Since I'm a big fan of historic games with historic research behind them, this game just hit the spot. I learned so much, even if I didn't think I'd enjoy it. I did. My first best thing about this game is going to be allegiances. The first part where allegiances come into the game are the allegiances to the big factions of the game. You could be Afghan, you could be British allied, but you can change that during the game multiple times even, and sometimes it's convenient and sometimes it's not, but so can the other players, and you don't know who's going to be on your team or not, or for how long. And the second part of allegiances in the game are versus the leader. I will say, hey, come join my faction and then we can try to stop him, but then backstab you later on. That's all part of the game. No, of course I'm not going to. Just come and let's try to stop the leader. And then I'll backstab you. And now it's time to move on to our next stop, why this game might not be for you. So let's get into the third thing, why this game might not be for you. It can be very mechanical. What I mean by that is, if you don't get the right people, the game will go something like this. Oh, my turn? No? Okay, your turn. Oh, okay. Oh, the scoring is gonna happen. Okay. You get 2 points, I get 1. Okay. Now it's your turn. Not very fun, is it? But on the other hand, if you play with the people who enjoy table talk, backstabbing, it's gonna be a real Game of Thrones experience. Talking, just making deals, really cool. But that brings us to our next thing why it's bad. IKTRBIDNHTP. What do you mean you don't know what that is? I thought everybody knew what that is. Well, it stands for I know the rules, but I don't know how to play. And that's how you play the game. Any questions about the rules? No? Okay, your turn. Giannis, you can start. What do you mean you don't know what to do? Just, buy a card. Well, you can buy any card. No, which one's better? Well, I don't know which one's better. What do you want to do? You don't know what you want to do. Well, it's hard to explain. You have to play a couple of times to really understand what's going on, how the mechanisms interlock, and what's the best thing to do right now. Like I said at the beginning, you only purchase or play cards. Simple, right? You do get some extra actions, but how that all fits together in the big picture, you'll have to play a couple of games to understand. And if you only play games once or twice ever, then you're not gonna enjoy the first or the second plays because you have no idea what's going on and what's better. But the biggest thing why this might not be for you might be it's very tactical. Yes, that's another word for random. Remember when I said there's a huge variety and the cards will come up, you don't know when and how? That's also the random part of the game. You don't know which cards will come up, or the worst, when's the scoring coming up? So this game makes you think on your feet. That's what I mean by tactical. Situations changing all the time, you have to adapt. You know the scoring's coming up, but when is it gonna come up? And when it does, will it, fall off the market? Or somebody will buy it instantly and score, and you're not ready, and you weren't ready, you couldn't plan. If you're not okay with that, you're not gonna enjoy this game particularly. But if you're fine thinking on your feet and making decisions right now, you're gonna be fine. But if this game is not for you, let's see who this game might be for. This game is for weirdies. I mean it in a good way. I'm a weirdie. You might be a weirdie. You like games that are very unique? So this might be a game for you. Give it a go. Also, what does this weirdie think about this game? Where is it? It's right there. We're right here. Final rating, almost at the end of the video. So what do I think about this game? Is it a must-have, or is it just a fantastic or really good game? Maybe it's just okay, maybe I wouldn't recommend it, or it's a hangover. Well, if you've seen some of our videos, you know this is in one of my top 10 best games of all time. I really like this game, so I really want to put it as must-have, but it's a must-have for a weirdie as me. For everybody else, it might be just fantastic. So you know what, I'll put it right here on the border. It's fantastic and it's a must-have for me, might not be for you, but I urge you to give it a go, okay? But if you play this and you want a really good alternative, I'll show you one. My alternative for Pax Pamir is going to be Here I Stand. That is a beast of a game, but it's also political, there's tons of research done, and I feel like you have to adjust. You just could say this is a very tactical, I'm not saying random, it is random, very tactical game, and it gives me the same feel, except it takes all day. So Pax Pamir is moving up the ranks because I get to play it more. Right, Yanis? Anyways, thank you for watching our review. See you next time. You gonna stay? Okay, see you in the next video. Bye, Yanis.